Good done. Welcome everybody to Friday episode of year two of Good Dunning with myself, Mr. Floyd. My name's Josh. If you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. And starting to reply to all the notifications we got and everything else from the past couple days. Thank you all for everything. Thank you guys for being part of all this. And yeah, the beat goes on, right? We keep on trucking. Into year two, into more energetics. We may do a channeling today. We haven't done one in a week, which goes to show the change in me and the channel. We'll work with the curve cards. I didn't grab. Let's reach over. Okay, we can do this. All right. We'll work with the smoky quartz. There we go. Came off my. You can see how small my kitchen fireplace. So like right there. All right. There's a little fireplace in this place. All right. So how are we doing, folks? And I posted a video last night. I ended up in a weird spot, different spot. I was supposed to go to a show, a free show. A friend of mine does works at the Broadway theater, and so sometimes they get comp tickets if the show's not sold out. But so we had comp tickets. So, but there was another concert that she wanted to go to, so we ended up seeing OMD, not OMG, but Orchestral Movement in the Dark. If anybody remembers them from the 1980s there and early 90s and 70s, believe it or not. So yeah, I ended up, like the song in Pretty in Pink when they kick open the door, when the door opens for the dance and that song, right? So yeah, and then when Ducky's like, "What, me? Moi? Moi?" That scene, right? They're standing outside the dance. So yeah, that song was OMD. So yeah, I actually got it live. It says it's got a copyright, but most concert stuff, there's no band that doesn't want you to like post their concerts. So except for Tool, Tool will give you a copyright strike. But yeah, but it's not really copyright. But yeah, so it's listed up there in my it's in my live. So if you want to watch Orchestral Movement in the Dark and listen to the song from Pretty in Pink, not the one from Velvet Underground. She's Pretty in Pink, but the last song there where they're at the dance song. Then you too can see the concert that I went to, and yeah, good dawning, Amanda, Millie, Chloe. Speaking of Chloe, and grateful you're all here. Chloe's Crystals live and not Memorex directly after the Wave of Truth. So after Truth Wave at 9:45 Eastern, we will have Chloe live, not Memorex, and we already got papers stacked up here. So get ready to bid on to purchase, maybe bid. I don't know. We're going to discuss, but if there's two people that want an item, we may just say, okay, take a bid on it, or what have you. But otherwise, yeah. Me and Scotty sung it together when we saw it, Josh. Oh, okay. Pretty in Pink. There you go. Perfect. Awesome. I had to think about that for a second. Like, wait, you saw the band? You saw OMD live? Yeah, and I didn't recognize like 95% of their songs, but it sounded like an 80s concert nonetheless. When there's no guitarist and two keyboardists, it's like, wait a minute. Wait. Oh, it's an 80s band. Two keyboards, no guitar, and a bass. So there you go. Bass led progress. It's all bass led with keyboard. There you go. No need no stinking guitars. Then I heard the psychedelic first this AM. Pretty in Pink driving my daughter to school. She's pretty in pink. That's the psychedelic furs version. Was any of it actually in the dark, like with pretty lighting? The show was in the kind of at the Paramount. It's, I guess, as dark as you can get the Paramount. Good Dunning, F Kitty. Empty monster cans. Can you say this music tongue twister? No, sure, why not? I remember liking that movie, but I don't remember the details. So she's broken. She's dating some rich dude with his BMW on the other side of the tracks. And of course, she worked at Trax Records too. So there's a whole definite line there with living on one side of the railroad tracks to the other, or working at the record place called Trax. But yeah, It was a good movie. Yeah, if you haven't seen that movie, and yeah, it's one of John Hughes, one of the Brat Pack movies, I guess. But yeah, if you haven't seen Pretty in Pink at this point, definitely check it out. But Molly Ringwald as a teenager. Well, I think she was like 20, maybe. Matthew McCarthy. All right, let's see here. Right, who played the rich guy? Matthew McCarthy. From John Cryer played John Cryer, the guy running around on his bicycle. But yeah, no. But then you have Andrew Dice Clay, his video debut back right before he blew up, and then shoom, we went boom, and then shoom, right? But then you got Andrew Dice Clay in there too. So, all right, yeah, John Cryer, right? Yeah, exactly. Ducky. Exactly. Yeah, everybody needs a ducky. All right, so we're gonna work with the Master Ascension if I can peel it off the table here. The Master Ascension Lyco deck. This is given to this channel by at Blindly Inspired. We know her as Krista. So grateful. Thank you, Krista, for the deck. And she received this from Kelly Kolodny. She had bought one, and she won one. And so now she has, right. So there we go. So she gifted this back to us, gratefully. Fatima, good dawning. And so now we are in possession of one, thanks to Kelly Kolodny channeling it through Archangel Raphael. And then, of course, as well through Blindly Inspired, bringing it into our universe. Thank you, Krista. All right, so let's shuffle off against the cards here and see what we get. Because everybody needs a fake elephant friend, right? All right, so here we go. Let's cut these cards. It's better than cutting the mustard, right? And get the book out of the way so we can cut the cards. All right, 1, 2, and 3. That's how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop, right? Isn't it 3? All right, so here we go. James Spader was... Oh, James Spader. Okay, yeah, you're right. I see I'm mixing up. He was in there too, but James Spader was one of the rich guy. He was the one who was rolling all the weed on the record. He's like sitting there rolling out weed on the record. Why do you want to date this person? What's wrong with you? All right. It's kind of a modern day Romeo and Juliet sort of too. All right. Light language. All right. Today's card. Light language. Didn't we have this card before? Open to channeling. So be open to your higher self. Really, again, if you're hearing odd voices and you start questioning them and then start protecting yourself first. But if it's your higher self, we all know what our higher self sounds like. So be open to the messages you are trying to give yourself. Basically. All right. That movie launched the electric thrift shop fashion. Oh, wow. Okay, cool. I had no idea. It launched a lot of stuff. But, yes, Chloe, the Netflix show about Delmer. She played the mom. I couldn't place her. She had to look her up in the cast. Annie Potts she wasn't the mom, but Annie Potts was the sort of mom. Abundance. All right, so listen to light language, channel your higher self for abundance. And of course, abundance means to you. Don't just say abundance, because you say abundance, at least around here. I wanted a little rain, and I said this 2 weeks ago, and 6 days later, it's still raining. So, abundance. No, I'm not saying I created the rain, but at the same time, it is my universe. Mo, good dawning. Good dawning, Mo. Welcome. Open to receive. So what are you open to receive as far as abundance? And again, you are not allowed to use just the word abundance. If you say abundance, I want abundance. Okay, that's fine. Then you may walk outside and see 50 bunnies in your lawn. I mean, you're not giving the universe any specifics. So if there's a challenge that it needs to fill in your universe, it may give you an abundance of that. If you've been asking for patience, then it may give you more than an abundance of ways to find patience. So you see what we're getting at here. So always add something to the word abundance, or you will be surprised by your universe. All right. So heart flame, ignite that passion. And that would make sense if you are channeling something in from your higher self, like guidance, and you are open to receive the abundance, then you can only really receive abundance of something, generally speaking, through your heart flame. I mean, so if you're looking for positive stuff, right? Your heart flame has to be in alignment, right? There we go. So ignite that passion. What's the passion within you that you're looking to ignite? What's the Serena? Good dawning. What's in your heart flame that you're Elizabeth? Good dawning there. The more intuitive me, and of course, you guys all have wrenches there. So Elizabeth has a channel. Millie has a channel. Truthwave has a channel. So you can click on anybody's avatar or picture there, and then go to their channel. It won't like take you off of here, and then you can. It may shrink it, but then you can subscribe to lots of different channels if you haven't already. All right, so ignite passion. And then finally, last but not least there, and what are you passionate about? That's the question. If you don't know, then are you open to channeling what you're passionate about so you can start igniting that? There you go. Lion's Gate. No, this isn't 8-8, but the Lion's Gate portal, which is theoretically 8-8. Activate cosmic gifts. So Sekhmet is coming through for sure in the Lion's Gate portal, and we saw. I've been seeing lots of lion references. If I'm out in my universe and I see, lions had this or that, or lion something, or there's a lions heating and air conditioning that drives by all the time. With yeah, so if I see these things, then Sekhmet, at least the energies thereof, could be again my higher self, but representing the energies of Sekhmet coming through in my universe. So who knows? We will do a channeling of some fashion today. And so Chloe has a channel too. Click on Chloe. So a good portion of who you see in the chat here does have a actual physical channel there. So definitely check that out if you're in the live here and so inclined to do so. And if you need a wrench and you haven't been around, just hop into the chat. I know there's always a few of you guys in the background there who haven't don't jump in and say hi or whatnot. Mo, yes, I added more definition to what I'm grateful for yesterday. Example, I'm grateful for all the connections I've made. Became grateful for all the beautiful connections I've made. Oh, awesome. That's so awesome, Mel. Use detail or it can go many ways. Elizabeth, I watched and enjoyed your High Priestess video last night. Was too tired to leave a proper comment. TBC. All right. But thank you. All right. Thank you guys. That's it. That's what it's about. We're family. I mean, we could really theoretically watch just each other's videos all day, which is great. In a fashion there. So favor, guys, favor to each and every one of us, and so be open to what you're hearing from your higher self, the guidance that's going to take you into your passion, into your heart flame. Because unless you're, I mean, really, the energies at this point, most of us here we're well need and know pardon me, of our traumas. I had to walk in the rain last night and such. So you get a little bit of that in the dawning here when it's actually a little bit humid, but not really, but it's been wet. And then I had to walk in the rain. So bear with me, favor. Yeah, so let's be open to what you're hearing because we're all going to get downloads of some fashion. And again, the downloads are from our higher self, but be open to what we're hearing because what we're hearing is the guidance of our next steps. A lot of us are walking around in this woe is me or Charlie Brown energy, which even I can do at times. I'm not going to lie. But we're walking around in this energy. And then, of course, we don't do anything. We can't hear what the universe is trying to tell us as far as what's next. It could be staring us literally in the face. And then sometimes it's been dancing around you. Like I could have been door dashing for a while. But it's been dancing, right, exactly. But it's been dancing around you so long that it's exactly, you get the idea. So there we go. So in your universe, then what's been dancing in your frame or around you that could help you to come through, channel through, and help you to ignite that heart flame, that passion within you. And yeah, exactly. So, all right, guys. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for when I go live. We haven't yet to be to the park because we've yet to have weather enough decent to do so. It's been in the 40s every single. No, we haven't had usually at this point, it's like the low of 55 maybe. But we've been in the 30s and 40s. And now it's so wet and raining. So eventually we will You will see me at One Dunning at the park at some point. I can't tell you specifically when, but eventually the weather has to balance out, and we will get to the park to get or a park to get better views here, and that's what we try to do. But that hasn't worked out yet. All right, guys. If you've not been with us before, if you're watching the rewind or the replay, we work with energy on this show, and in this case, we're going to be working with what we call the curve cards here. These came with a poker set that I got when I got a bottle of Curve back in 2002, or was it 2 or 3? 2002, I believe. Back when Curve was with this shiznit. It's now the discount cologne, but I still have the bottle and it's still good. So don't believe the lies on the back of the. If you ever have any perfume or cologne that says like 24 months on the back of the can, don't believe that. Just keep it in a cool, dry place and it'll last your lifetime. Generally. All right. So let's work with the cards. What we're going to do is two things. We're going to speed through the cards. So first thing we're going to do is the colors. So red or black. So you pick that. By the time we get to the last one, it should be a memory test. So the first three you have to guess. The last one is a memory test, so it's a little bit of both. And intuition also includes fast memory. We're not even going to get into that yet. We're going to do sequences of numbers. We're going to flash them on the screen, and then we're going to try to remember what they are. We're going to start with 4 numbers, and then we'll go to 6, and then we'll go to 8. But it'll take a while. But so we're going to be doing that as well. Brute by Fabergé. There you go. I don't think I have any. I'm not much. I got what I have. Like in the summer, it's just generally Nautica Voyage. But yeah. Or we could just go with patchouli, right? The smell like a Grateful Dead concert. Clink, Good Dawning. Yeah, it's either that or what do I? I don't know. I could go get it. Aqua di Gio Black. There we go. I like a black, so. I always buy Jovian Musk for men whenever I had a boy. There you go. Old school. That's like high karate. Remember that? My watch later list gets longer and longer though I watch daily. Right? It's like you never catch up. Drakkar. Oh my God. Drakkar Noir. I had a bottle of Drakkar. I probably swam in. I probably smell. I wasn't attracting much because my mentally I was just. Whoo. But yeah, I thought the Drakkar would be like, that'll do it. That's gonna attract exactly what no. I use essential oils and vodka. Tina, smart move. Vodka, neutral, perfect. I like that. I like that a lot. All right, it's good stuff, Victor. If you're out, buy it again. All right, there you go. Have a cool water. Cool water. All right. Here we go, guys. So let's go to the fast cards. Intuition, we're not going to breathe or anything. Why? Because you guys got to be ready, right? If something were to, Helene, Good Dawning, honey. I wore poison in the 80s till my throat closed up one day. Never wore perfume again. There you go. And if anybody walks by like a bottle of Session, you smell like my mother. Calvin Klein's Session. I smell like my mom. All right, guys. So we're going to do fast intuition. Remember, when the shiznit hits the fan, if it ever really does, right? Not in my universe, but in your universe, if you just need to know something, right? You're in the grocery store and you got choice between 2 items, whatever it is in your universe. Do I make a left or a right? Do I take this job or that? Is it this guy or gal or this guy and gal? You know, if you're dating somebody, is this the one or the other one? Whatever it is for you, do I choose this in a restaurant? Fast intuition is the key. If we can see it, we can feel it, we jump right into it. If we start hemming and hawing, the moment you start hemming and hawing, that's your third eye, but your noggin gets involved. Once your noggin gets involved and your brain starts to try to take over the duties of your heart, then you're not going to get what you want. A lot of times, this is what happens, right? We go to the restaurant and we go, oh, I want that. This sounds kind of good, though. I don't know. The moment you start doing that, you're going to get the meal you do not want. Always go with your gut. Your mind is now taking over and saying, oh, this one's better, though. Or your mind might go, this one has less calories if you live in a state that puts calories on your food menus. Or this one may be healthier, has less cheese or whatever, right? So, but your heart wants, but you're going to get the healthier one and be less happy. You're listening to your head, not your heart, which is your fast intuition. Your heart will know. That one. Thank you. All right. Close the menu. Go on. But you will sit there and continue to read it. Why? Why do we do that? Overriding our heart and our intuition. And then generally, we get that meal we don't want. Why did I even order that? I knew what I really wanted. Damn it. Why did I order that? We do that all the time to ourselves. Why? Because we don't see what we really want. We override our heart. And so this is going to help to shunt us with fast intuition into, good dawning, Clint, into our heart chakra and into our listening to our heart and that faster intuition so that we know what we want. We know when we go to the car lot, right? We knew we wanted that black, whatever, that black Land Rover, right? Boom. I want that black Land Rover Discovery. I'm just making this up. Boom. Or how about a G Wagon, right? There you go. We'll just make it really. I want that yellow G Wagon. You got to be, if you're buying a G Wagon, it's got to be off the right. I want that yellow G Wagon. You walk in and you end up with the silver one. And you're like, damn it, but I wanted the yellow one. Why did I let this guy talk me into it? Same idea. Not that we're buying G Wagons, but you never know, right? Actually, I would never buy G. But nonetheless, you get the idea. All right, so let's work with the cards. That's the idea, guys, is fast intuition. Am I going left? Am I going right? Follow your heart. Do I eat this? Do I eat that? Am I this job or that? Do I even apply for this job? Yes, no. Okay, next. Your heart knows. It knows the answer to all of it. But we go into here and blow it over. So that's why we do this. And of course, if anything in our universe if the shiznit ever actually did hit the fan, then again, grounding into your intuition so you know your next steps. Exactly. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to shuffle off against the cards here. And this way, I don't even know until they show up in my universe. There we go. All right. So we're going to do black and red. These are all aces, and you're all aces in my universe. So black or red, and we're going to call it. We're going to take 3 seconds. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. We're going to call it. Flip to the next. Once we're done, we'll reshuffle, and then we're going to do suits. And again, when we get to the last suit there, it's a memory test. When we get the last color, it's going to be a memory test as well. So here we go, guys. What color is this? 1, 2, 3. Black. You can put it in the chat if you want. So now you've got 1 black left and 2 red. All right, ready? What color is this? I don't even know. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Ready? Now it's going to make it easy because 1, 2, and 3. Black. Now, this is a memory test because I did just what that is shuffled. You get 1 and 3. There's only so many ways you can shuffle 4 cards. What color is this? Quick, come on, guys. Is it gimme? There you go. If anybody puts black in there, and then we know this one's red too. So it's going to happen that way when we shuffle. There's nothing we can do about that. The universe does what it does. So here we go. We'll shuffle again, and then we'll do these suits. But life could be that easy. Sometimes you have to make 2 decisions, and the rest come right at you, right? Just like that. So you had to decide on 2. Were they black or red? And they were both black. Then the universe said, well, the rest are going to be red. Here are your decisions for you after you make those. So keep that in mind. When you make one decision, you get another one sometimes made right behind it for you. So there you go. All right, here we go, guys. I have no idea. We have shuffled. All right, so we shuffle off against here. Shengi girl, good dawning. All right. Let's do this. I'm not seeing you around too often, but that's all right. All right. Everybody is family. Shanky girl, we'll give you a wrench. All right. So here we go, guys. Is this a diamond, a heart, a club, or a spade? You decide. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to know. So what suit is this? This one we will take 5 seconds. 1,000. You can put it in the chat if you want. 2 1,000. 3 1,000. 4 1,000. 5 1,000. All right. This is. Here we go. I'm rolling it over. The hearts. All right. And you just will get faster. There will be a point where some of this will start to click and you'll start seeing heart, diamond, spade. All right. I have no idea what this one is. I will in a second, but all right, guys, are you ready? Which card is this? Is it we had the heart, so we have 3 left. So which suit would this be? All right, Karen's going to the club. All right. So, anybody else ready? We're gonna flip this over. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom. It's the club. So Karen went to the club. Karen got it right. So did Elizabeth. And if you said club or thought club, there you go. All right, we have two more. So this is also a memory test. It's a process of elimination as well. It's also teaching us to have faster memory and faster observation skills too. If we tie all these together, we see we can personally, and if we're walking in gratitude as our attitude, we've got some superpowers that we are setting up for ourselves that can make us stand out as we're walking through the universe, right? All right, next card. What suit is this? Considering there's two left. Um, what suit would this be? All right. I see diamond. I see diamond. And all right, guys, I'm going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. So we have the diamond, ace of diamonds. And now I'm not even going to ask what suit was left out. Do we know what this one is? Come on, guys. You all should know what this card is because we're also doing memory testing here as well with this. So it's only 3 cards that we pulled out. So this is the fourth. Which one did we not? It's too early. Well, that's part of the point, guys, is that if you ever have to roll out of bed, because whatever, we can't our intuition always, and boom, there we go. It's a there we go. Spit. All right, so we're gonna do this again tomorrow. We'll work with the curve cards as we do every day. The idea again is really just so that we're gaining spiritual clarity or clarity into our universe, clarity into ourselves, and clarity into what we want and how to helping us to operate in the greater source field. If our intuition is in a higher state, right? If we are vibrating, we've been doing work to help our intuition vibrate within us, right? To help us to marry our energy and our intuition together, then you're out and about and you want to go get something to eat. Which restaurant sounds good? That one. And it's generally good, right? Your intuition will start to take over. You will live by that intuition, you'll live through that intuition. And that's half the idea, is that we're not living through our noggin, right? We're living through our intuitive self. So when we go, I used to do this thing when I go out of town. I would challenge myself to find the best greasy spoon, right? When I go out of town. And 9 times out of 10, I would just randomly pick and it was the best greasy spoon in town. Or like diners, dive-ins, and drives had been there, or they have some sort of award for best breakfast burrito or something like that. Because that's my thing, greasy spoon. If I'm out, I want to see your best like cheap eats, right? Because that's where you find your best food, right? Sometimes not the fancy restaurants, but the just the best local dive, right? And so, yeah, so things like that. That's why I mean, that's a cheesy way to think about it, but it's one reason you'd want to boost your intuition, right? Go to buy a used car. If you're not, I mean, outside of Carfax, which car is the right car for you? You could, right? And don't let them talk you into the one with the flooded title that's been, right, exactly. That's been reworked. You get the idea. So, yeah. Our intuition, it's probably the most important thing outside of ourselves, our personality, our energetic spiritual self that we carry within it, right? It's our intuitive self. And so by tapping into that with these cards, with the curve cards here, we are grounding into that intuitive energy, and it'll carry out there where we're better choices, more aligned choices, faster choices. Things come in, we grab them faster. We see them, and we recognize those chances and those opportunities as well. Millie, the worst is sitting someplace and not knowing where the delicious smell is coming from. Oh gosh, yes, that's like kind of like there was a Chinese or Japanese game show, right? And so and you know how crazy those Japan. I forget the name of the show, but we watched it when we were in high school. We rented it on video. There was a little section of Japanese game shows at the video store that we went to, and so we rented this. And so at the end of the show, something smells, right? So these people hadn't eaten for a week. They starve them for a week, literally. I mean, 4 days you're fasting, 3 days. So they demetabolically they freeze them, and so they stop eating for a week. Then they put them in this restaurant in Paris, France, right? And so there's the last two two contesters, right? Two people in the game show, and so and it's just for a trip. The whole thing is you win a 2 week trip to America. I mean, granted, this was in the '80s, so what do you expect? But yeah, so they're sitting in this restaurant, and they haven't slept pretty much. They haven't eaten pretty much. They haven't eaten anything, but they've been also given very little sleep. And so they keep bringing them food, right? So they put these delicious dishes directly in front of them. And so the first person they caved to eat finally, but I think somebody finally fell asleep in the lo mein or something. But yeah, so it was the delicious smell being torturous. Imagine sitting there for days. They sat there for day on day, and they just kept bringing them food, but they couldn't eat, and they hadn't eaten. And yeah, exactly. So I'm talking about torturous. And then like those Japanese though to do crazy ass game shows. It's almost like abusive. They're sitting there, they haven't eaten for a week. They're getting like an hour of sleep a night, and then they just sitting there have to stare at this food all day. That they keep rotating hot food out. I mean, I guess the producers and stuff are eating all the food in the back, but it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And finally, this guy just broke down. He's like, in Japanese, and he starts eating the food. And then the other guy's like, yay! And he next thing you know, they show him a picture of him like walking around New York City, like because he had won the trip, right? So it's a hell of a way to get to New York City. But he ended up in Paris though too. So I guess if you get a double trip if you get to the second to last round or the last round, you go to Paris and sit in a Chinese restaurant in Paris until you collapse. But crazy, crazy things people do on this planet. You ever just look around and go, how the hell did I get here? I mean, honestly, if you really think about it, it's like you just like watch Idiocracy and like, really, I live here? It's like, what the hell? Dunning Hershey. Hershey's today's Friday, so Hershey will be live tonight at 8 o'clock with her readings. It's 8 Eastern time. Yeah, so definitely check out Hershey tonight. And today at directly after the Wave of Truth, and truth is how we see it, but Truth Wave and energy never lies, so that's why it's a Truth Wave, right? So yeah, today directly after Truth Wave, we will be with Chloe. Will be live on this channel. So Chloe and Care Bear said, as she's always stated, she doesn't go live on Fridays, so that's why we took that slot. So and if she is live, then we apologize, and she decided to go live. But otherwise, Chloe will be live with us here on the channel directly after Truth Wave. So after Truth Wave, if you want to migrate back over here, we'll have Chloe with her new crystals and an update on her website and her universe as well. So the Blue Angels are so loud this morning. Oh, beautiful. She's on 5 o'clock. Is it 5 or 8? It's Friday, so I'm not sure. I know. Yes, man. 5 o'clock. All right. So she's going to be live at 5, which will be 3 o'clock my time. So Hershey will be live today. So definitely check that out as well. And I think Teresa was live yesterday. I was not able to watch, but Teresa was live yesterday with Wounds to Wisdom. If you did not check that out as well. And again, thank you all for participating over the past few days with Good Dunning and our 1 year. It blows my mind. It's going to continue to blow my mind, and it probably will blow my mind until I'm in the grave, that we managed to create a year of Good Dawning, and now we're into year 2. And yeah, and we're being seen here. I was invited on to do an episode of Milky Way Soul Tribe with Robert V, and I think even Lucky's on there at times. So yeah, so I was invited to be on the Milky Way Soul Tribe. So on one Saturday that I'm not physically working. So that grateful. Thank you, Robert, if you're watching in the background there, for that invite. I'm truly grateful. And so yeah, and everybody else we've invited, I've got a calendar, so now it's a matter of just figuring out. Right, I got to write everything into my calendar, figuring out space here, and recalendarizing myself, and we'll get emails out, which will be done shortly here. But yeah, blindly inspired. Good dawning. The Blues are out this morning. I must be heading to a show close by this weekend. Robert, thank you so much for hitting the thumbs up on your way. And yeah, please, guys, I don't ever really. Robert, there we go. Speaking of Robert, thank you. All right, grateful. So yeah, it's going to be amazing, and I am grateful. Thank you, and for your kind words in your email as well. There, truly thank you, guys, and thank you, Robert. That was kind of fell off the chair when I saw that. So yeah, thank you all for all of your kind wishes and all of everything over the past few days. Grateful for each and every one of you, and of course, we still do have the GoFundMe. Dad's still, and I'm still here, and he's still there. But so if you do want to help with that, and a lot of you guys have, and I'm super grateful for every single donation. It's in the it's on my community tab. It's also in the description here as well. I tied it to the description. But yeah, and here I don't have anything pinned, so uh, the wrong one. There we go. What pin? There we go. All right, so subscribe. There's Robert's channel there, and the Milky Way Soul Tribe on Saturday nights. I think it's at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock actually, Eastern time on Saturday nights. There we go. But yeah, so please do subscribe to Robert V and his adventures as well. And of course, you can also subscribe. And I haven't seen him for a few days. Mr. Mission Control has a channel, so you can check him out as well. And yeah, a lot of you guys have channels there. So if you want to put your channels into the chat there, I mean, we're all family. And with the unintended intent, or the back door in the back of my head intent, which kind of turned out to be, is that I wanted to create a universe where we could all hop to, see each other and hang around, and you go from one channel maybe and you see somebody on another channel, and so you're running into people all over the place, because YouTube can be a quiet place if you don't know anybody on YouTube, right? And so what we've done is we've created that so you can go from family member to family member almost all day long. We can watch YouTube at least until up to 1 o'clock Eastern time, 2 o'clock Eastern time, with all of us, and not even go out to the standard Al Gore rhythm otherwise, which is amazing, right? And then you got Lucky Stone. You can watch Lucky Stone shorts in the dawning and all kinds of different stuff as well. So we don't have to reach too far out of our group to get YouTube or watch YouTube during the day, and we see each other all day. So that's the idea. What I was trying to create is I have no family, I had no nothing. So now we have a family. I mean, we see each other all day long, and it's amazing. And it truly blows my mind. It really does. But so yeah, subscribe to Robert. He's kind of part of that as well. And so check that out. Check out his channel, guys, please. And yeah. So from my end, it's been a minute since we've channeled here, but we're gonna do a couple other things first. We've been grounding into gratitude, so we'll get a small channeling in today. And it sounds like based on the energies here, Sekhmet was wanting to come through, grounding into our intuition for sure, and being intuitive creatures as we are. That's why we don't see. That's why I don't see any, right? It's why I have to have glasses, right? So I have to even lean more into my intuition than the standard person with perfect vision, right? If I take my glasses off, then I have to become 100% intuitive, because it gets blurry real fast. So yeah, that's why we live in that intuitive, the feeling universe, right? All right, so what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing for the unseeable, you're working also into fast gratitude. Why? Because if you combine fast gratitude along with fast intuition, you get what? Fast change. That's the idea, guys. The faster you can be grateful for something, the faster the universe can give you rebound that back to you, right? The faster your intuition comes online, right? The faster you can grab those moments or those situations or those things that'll make you grateful in your universe. You can see what's coming around the corner. And as your intuition kicks in, as the gratitude kicks in, then you start to become the designer of what you want to be grateful for. And you start to create you through your intentions, and start to create. And you'll see you'll start to see you're framing your universe, and it's not just being framed, so to speak. That's interesting. I wear glasses, so I'm going to try not wearing them next time you do the cards. Oh, yeah, go for it, Lottie. Yeah, I could do it too, but I wouldn't be able to tell you what card we have. But yeah, that'll certainly shift things up. It's going to shift your energies, because your focus is on your eyes. But once you take off your glasses and it's blurry, then all of your other senses start to kick in as well. All right, so what we're going to do, if you have a pen and piece of paper, great. If not, you can use your fingers and just rattle them off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we're going to do gratitude lists, and we're going to do gratitude lists in 30 seconds or less. Like, remember, you could get your glasses in about an hour right now. No, 30 seconds or less. Why? Because we don't want to think about what we're feeling. Again, intuition. What are we doing? We're firing up. All of this is firing up our intuitive self. And what does firing up our intuitive self do? It shifts our universe faster than really, really, really fast. It's one of the keys to shifting your universe, right? So from your end and from mine, what we're going to do is 5 things that we're grateful for, but we're going to do that in less than 30 seconds. So we're not going to have to think about it because generally we want to go, what am I grateful for? Let me think about that a second. No, we don't want, we're grounding into our intuition. I'm grateful for, your body knows what it's grateful for, right? Your heart knows what it is grateful for. Your mind may have to think about that. But if I go to my heart and I go, what am I, rent's paid, boom, first thing, I'm no longer at the crystal shop, right? Rent's covered. What do you got? That's the thing. Immediately in your body, what comes out, generally speaking, are things that your body is concerned with. So if you're, boom, first thing I am immediately grateful for is the rent being paid. Why? Well, when I'm no longer at the crystal shop and had to reground into my universe, boom, instant tower moment. Everything flies in the air, right? But we're good. Rent is covered. We're working like I'm almost working 40 hours this weekend. So you won't see much of me on YouTube. But we're going to cover the rent, right? I'm going to be on the floor for fish on July 4th with double overtime pay. So exactly, grateful. So yeah, we find fun ways to cover the deal, right? And so that's what we're talking about here, guys. What does your body say it needs, wants? It's intuitively, right? So when we talk about fast gratitude, a lot of that's going to come up. The first 5 things that you say, most likely are going to be things that your body is grateful for, you're intuitively grateful for, right? Because you're not thinking into it like, I'm grateful. Well, Mom made that bread pudding last week, and I'm really grateful that she made, not my mother, but maybe your mom did. But you get the idea, right? Mom makes, or Dad and I went to the hardware store and he fixed my toilet, whatever it is. Being alive, use of my hands, feet, my kids, and grandkids. Exactly. Fast. So take a moment here, guys. Thank you, Hershey. Fast gratitude. She's got it. Exactly. Being alive, use of my hands and feet, my kids, and grandkids. So fast gratitude. Take less than a minute. You can write it down. You can type it into the chat. You can put it on paper if you want. I'm going to write it down. I can't really chat on here. Oh, not when it's live. So I'm going to write it down on paper here. Whatever you want to do, you could speak it into the voice recorder on your phone. But we're going to do fast gratitude. We're going to pick 5 things, and we're going to, less than a minute, we're going to write it out. And that is going to start shifting our energies to standing gratitude more often. I think you guys are in understanding here. All right. So with that, yippee Chloe, I am so excited to see everything. I'll be doing an unboxing today. All right, guys, keep if you're subscribed to Hershey there, keep your bell on as Hershey does do her unboxings, and they're unscheduled unboxings. So be ready for an unboxing of some sort for probably Chloe's crystals, but we don't. So later today. So she'll just ding, and then we'll. So if I catch the notice, I'll see you guys in the chat there. All right. So from this end, then, and yours, take a minute. I'm going to time this here, and actually, we're going to take 30 seconds in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and go 30 seconds. 5 things you are grateful for. Fast gratitude. Begin. However you want to put, you can put in the chat or write it down or what have you. All right, it took a little bit long. So if you're still writing, that's fine. Finish it up. If you're still thinking about it, then that's the idea is fast gratitude. So we don't. If you're still thinking about it, then we're in the old energy. That's the difference. We're switching from the old energy, right? And the old energy is our thoughts, right? And grounding into. All right, let's make a pros and cons list, and let's. What am I grateful for? Let me write down 40 things, and let me think on this and. No, fast gratitude. What am I grateful for right this moment? Gratitude. Boom. Because what we're doing is grounding into our faster, intuitive self that already knows what it wants, knows where to go, it knows how to get there, and it knows what it needs. We don't know what we need as individuals. Our intuitive self does. We ground into our intuitive self, boom, things start moving like this in our universe. We start popping, things start popping off. We get into the store. We intuitively know I need toothpaste, right? Or I need hair gel. In my case, the Giovanni hair gel, right? Because I'm looking to use like LA Looks, right? Chemicals, right? So I'm using non-junk hair gel. And so intuitively, it seems every single time, and this is how you'll start to see these things, right? Every single time I go into to Whole Foods, you remember you a whole paycheck, Whole Foods, my hair gel's on sale, and it's like from like $10 to like $7, and you know, but it's those little things you'll start to see when you go. I need to go get hair gel intuitively. I mean, even if I'm not out, like or I'm out, I need to get, and so you go, poof, it's on sale. I could have gone to another. There's two stores that sell it here, and I could have gone to the other store, and it's not on sale. So what I'm getting at is, guys, your intuition will start to guide you. You'll start to go. I need to go there, and I don't know why, but I'm going to go there because you can start to hear it. The faster we ground into this, the more we allow, the more great gratitude that we can bring in, the more open we become to feeling that underside, inner side of us that really wants to take over, and the more we shut down the monkey brain that's been trying to that overrides, that we allow, and we do it all the time, to override our inner self, right? Anytime you second guess, you know what, I want that. Yeah, no, maybe I don't. Which, boom, you've already overguessed yourself. You've already overrun yourself. We do it mostly with the restaurants, right? You get to the menu and you're like, I know exactly what I want. Boom. Then you read a special and you're like, do I want that? I don't know. And then you end up getting it and you don't like your food, right? That's the biggest one people do. Because you already knew what you wanted. Your body knew what it wanted immediately. You pointed right to it. I want this. Boom. Those fast choices, the fast action that we take in our universe like that fast, no regret, this, boom. Those are our intuitive hits that we tend to run those over. So keep that in mind when you're out in your universe there and you're presented with a choice and you make a quick answer to that choice. And then you come back behind it. Are you second guessing your intuition? Most likely you are. But you have to answer that for yourself. Are you second guessing from your monkey mind because it didn't get to make a choice? That's why it happens. Because it didn't make a choice. It's like, wait, what about me? You didn't consult me. So I'm going to throw something into the wrench. I'm going to throw a wrench into the works. And I'm going to throw you off your intuitive self and make you think that you don't want what you want because I want to be in control. We can do that all day long, but you're not going to get what you want. So feel into that. That's one of the bigger reasons why we do this is that we feel. Thank you so much for sharing your space with me. Hi, beautiful. Thank you. Blessed. So keep that in mind, guys. From your end, hey guys, if you haven't subscribed, and again, we all have wrenches, so you can do so easily. But the link there for Elizabeth, the More Intuitive Me, please do subscribe to her channel as well. But yeah, so exactly, and this ties into her channel title, right? More Intuitive Me. That's the whole point. We want to get out of the monkey mind me and get into the intuitive source love me that we are, that's walking around and can see the gratitude in each moment and can feel into what the body wants, not what the monkey mind wants that tries to override the body with the, no, I didn't want that. I want this instead. Or I really never wanted the silver car. I like the orange car instead. And you're like, darn it, why'd I get the orange car? Whatever it is, we do that all the time. Whenever you darn it yourself like that. So that's why we're doing that. So hopefully you got a good list there. 5 quick things. I put down love because, I mean, I have it in the physical, but I can certainly see where all the love in my universe is. God bless each and every one of you. Ways to receive money. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for everyone who's here. Grateful for my 4 walls. I'm grateful for moving forward towards leaving Colorado, towards my next, wherever that's supposed to be, my next dharma. As far as my next place, because you can tell when the energies, you're like done with energies where you're at. So from your end, keep that in mind as you're out there in your universe, and we're going to channel here in a second. But as you're out there in your universe, let's bring in Saint Germain. And again, when we're channeling here, and I am an open channel, I'm really just speaking to my higher self. These are things that I needed to learn, and that we all wanted. I wanted to teach, or my higher self wanted to teach, but it doesn't always come off best as yourself. So we use the energies of Saint Germain, Isis, Kuan Yin, Sekhmet, White Buffalo, Calf Woman, and Archangel Raphael to transmit that energy and those messages, because honestly, all of them are just a version of your higher self too, as just as I am a version of your higher self as you are of mine, and we're all just fractals mirroring each other in the first place. Right, exactly. It's too much before breakfast, isn't it? All right, guys. Here, every mega channel Saint Germain here. So here we go. I appreciate and it's interesting as I say I start to channel the numbers drop, and I don't generally channel that often, but we'll do so today and talk about intuition for a moment, and then we're gonna get ready to kind of close out here. It's time kind of flies here. It's already 50. YouTube time. There's literally, if you ever go live on YouTube, guys, there's literally such a thing as YouTube time. It's 2.5 times faster than the regular time. And Hershey would understand that for sure. Anybody who's gone live on YouTube definitely understands the difference between standard universal time and YouTube time. Lindsay, good dawning, beautiful soul of light and love. All right, so here we go, guys. Yes, I will channel here. And we're not, like I said, I'm not abandoning abandoning English. I'm not abandoning the channeling, but we're not going to see much of it for sure if on this channel at all, due to that fact. So it's because it's all my higher self anyway. So I'll just give you my higher self, right? But all right, so here we go, guys. Saint Germain, we are grateful that you are here. And again, is this Saint Germain, or is it Saint Germain as Josh's higher self? That's what we are going to leave you to question for yourself, your intuition on that. Do you really think that Saint Germain is just through Josh, right? 8 billion different vibrations, or at least we think there are, right? On this planet, we really don't, you don't really know how many there are, but nonetheless, we are just choosing him, right? Choosing mothers, choose GIF. So here's the GIF of, right? So you are seeing what we are talking about here, right? But in your universe, you are all Saint Germain. You all have the same energies. And you are all equally the same energy as Josh, as Saint Germain, as yourself, as Isis, as Millie, as the Gen X effect, as Hershey, as everybody else. We are all the same, right? There's no difference. So you are only seeing what you are meant to see because you have created it in your intuitive universe, if you are an understanding here, right? So from your end, what we are doing on this channel here is to speed you up, right? We are giving you the Adderall of ascension, right? But you are not ascending anywhere. You are shaking off all of your darker and heavier energies, all of your heavier emotions, so you can see yourself clearly. That is what your ascension really is. But nonetheless, when you are ascending, are clearing the energies, right? There you go. So as you are clearing your dark energies, you are also stepping into your intuitive self, right? The self that can read into your higher self, right? So keep this in mind, that as your karmic self fades away, right, you are stepping into your higher frame, your intuitive higher frame. So the object then at that point is to shut off your monkey mind, right? So that you are not making decisions from here, but you are learning to make decisions from here, right? Well, the Mandela effect, right? Your heart, but your heart, but your heart, but your heart. But we are not going to go there. But nonetheless, wherever your heart is in your chest, right? Whether it is in the correct spot or in the center of your chest, nonetheless, right? We say nothing, but it's an interesting space you live in. We have yet to really discuss the malleability of your toroidal field as well, right? But we are not going to go there, and the energetics of all of that, and Mandela and the effects thereof. But we will get to that at some point. Nonetheless, that's not where we are at. We are talking about your intuition, right? And how you are grounding into what your body wants. You are grounding into what your soul wants, and you are shutting off your mind, and it is taking away what your personality wants, right? You are going into what your higher self really is looking for in your loving, living universe. So what we are saying is, if you are grounding into your intuitive self, if you are grounding into fast intuition, so you know, do I make a left or do I make a left or a right, right? To cover the microphone. Do I go to this store or that store? Do I say hello to this person or not? You are intuitively knowing these things because you are living in your higher self. You are connected from the ground here to yourself up there and in between. And so there's no difference, right? You are feeling the flow. So your higher self and you are as one connected. So you are making those decisions, not from your monkey mind, which is judgmental and other things. You are making that decision in 3 seconds, 13 seconds or less, right? If you are using your monkey mind, you judge somebody instantly. But if you are using your heart chakra, you are feeling the energy. You are stepping into frame with them, or at least feeling how their energy feels in your frame, right? And then you are taking intuitive steps from there. You are seeing, are they presenting an energetic threat? Are they open energetically? Are they nice to talk to already, right? How are you seeing the energy? That is what we are talking about. You are not making judgments on what they are wearing, monkey mind, or if they are fat or thin, or what have you, or their haircut, right? You are making those intuitive hits that you are feeling from your intuitive self. Are you in understanding how this works? So you are seeing, that's why we want you to be in your intuitive self. Somebody comes into frame, you are feeling them from here, and you are not feeling them from your thinking self, which will always be generally judgmental based on your fears and programming and whatnot, right? Are you in understanding? Even if you have cleared them, there's always still little bits and pieces of your program judgments and whatnot in your brain. So keep that in mind as well. It's hard to clear those things. So you have been programmed like that, most of you, for many decades, right? And so you can't clear it over many decades over 1 minute, right? It's not so easy. But you are in understanding. That is the whole point. So keep that in mind. That's why we do fast gratitude, right? You don't know what you want, but if you are leaning into gratitude, and I'm grateful, in fact, grateful, 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 and always being grateful for whatever is framing up, whatever is coming in, and you are grateful and grateful and grateful, you are stepping into, you're not complaining, and you're not trying to direct your universe anymore. Your intuition will begin to bring to you what you are looking for. Not, you're not trying to go, park that over here, and I need this, bring this to me now. And you are letting it flow to you intuitively. And if you are in gratitude and into your intuition, your faster intuition, then you are knowing, I'm grateful because this is coming in, and I'm going to make a left because that gets me closer. And if I do this, take this job, I feel intuitively it'll get me closer to my goal of this. You are seeing how the two play together in your universe. And if you are an understanding of all of this, then you are seeing the bigger picture of why we are trying to get out of this and get into this. Are you seeing that? Hopefully you are. All right, so we are not going to keep this too much longer. We are succinct today, right? We are trying to get it to the point, and the point of the smoky carts will be used next, right? So there you go. All right, so we are going to end this channeling, right, and releasing transmission. We are Archangel Raphael and Saint Germain. Oh, Saint Germain is on. We are on our own, right? So Archangel Raphael is on his own, and Saint Germain, you are looking right at him, right? But it's all the same energy. Remember, it's all Josh's higher self. So play with that one for a while, right? And remember, if you are out in your universe, are you slowing down? Can you stand in gratitude first? I am grateful. I am out and about. I am grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. The more you say grateful, the more you can fast gratitude, right? We are working on fast gratitude. You can find your intuitive self, right? The more you stay out of your monkey brain and stand in your heart chakra, you will find what you are looking for. It'll be easy, right? Grateful, releasing transmission. All right, energy. I haven't felt that in a minute. All right, so yeah, there we go. So yeah, it's about creating from the heart space, and that's it. All is about dumping into your heart space in the long run, right? All right, guys. So let's work with the. Get ready to close out here. Actually, time is flying here. We could do this for like it's crazy when you first think about doing a show, right? When I first thought about doing Good Dawning, I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm going to say. And the first shows were like 20 minutes, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and they were short. And I was like, ooh, got through that. And I had no idea what I was going to say. Now it's like we're in an hour. I'm like, oh crap, we're already an hour. I could go on for like the next 2 hours here. All right, so we're going to do this rather fast. Take like 3 minutes. If you got any junk in your backpack or your trunk or whatever, any junk energies, throw them into this is smoky quartz. So we'll vacuum it up with the smoky quartz. So if you got any confused energy as well, throw it into the smoky quartz. And of course, anything that's not clear in your universe, gain clarity by throwing, or any person that's not clear in your universe, gain clarity by throwing it into the smoky quartz. And of course, energetics only works with your permission. So your permission, I'm going to go ahead and do so. I'm working on setting up music here. I'd have to get up and grab my laptop and do a few things. So not today, but rather shortly, we should have music rolling with this in some form or fashion here. But we're getting there. And here we go, guys. All right. So again, with your permission, of course, we'll seal this off as well. And here we go. All right. So smoky quartz. So what is smoky in your universe? What is not clear in your universe? Send it to the smoky quartz. What do you feel you need clarity on? All right. And as you see the smoky quartz, send that energy, and I'll clear the smoky quartz on my own. But so fill it up. Send the energy into the smoky quartz. See what you. The other thing you guys can do, whatever you're seeing, that whatever in your universe is not clear, see it as clear. Like one of my mantras, my universal mantras is everything in my universe is resolved. I don't have to go through anything. I don't give it any more specifics than that. Everything is resolved. What does that mean? Everything's resolved. I have nothing that's not needing to be resolved. All right. So as we swipe away whatever is not clear for you with the smoky quartz and ground into that, I would love to see the map of Mr. Floyd family across the world. I wonder if there's a way to set that up. I have thought about doing a flat Stanley if anybody's interested, if you know what a flat Stanley is. Or we could send something and you take a picture of it and we'll post it on the Discord, or you can, what have you. So yeah, if you're interested in the flat Stanley, we'll pick that up on Monday and we'll run with it. Don't forget, guys, Chloe is going to be live directly after we wave with the Truth and Victor and Truth Wave Energy Meditation or Truth Wave Meditation. Karen Suki can design a map for us. That she can. Okay. Flat Stanley. Okay, we'll do something like that. I don't know what the Flat Stanley would be. I used to be like a watch. Good dawning, Care Bear FM. Sorry, I'll be sleeping well. Not sleeping well this week. Just woke up. I'll be on today. She is on today. Okay. So yeah, so Chloe will be live at this. I don't know if you're on at the same time. Generally, you said you weren't going to go live on Fridays. So Chloe will be live at it directly after Truth Wave there. So favor. Grace, good dawning. All right, guys, let's seal this off. Whew. But wait, before I do, I'm going to unseal this, actually. Take a second, guys. I'm going to hold this right here. What is blocking in your... What is blocking in your energies here? What are you physically seeing here in your energy? So take that for what it... All right, guys. So what do you need to send in to the smoky quartz there? Yeah, Chloe generally doesn't. Well, we generally don't do Fridays, but I can't do Saturday dawning, so that's why we did Friday. But yeah. All right, guys. So we're gonna seal this off. Oof. All right. All right, guys. So let's close this out here, and Amelia had to make a quick call, so see her in a bit. But let's close this off, and then I will see you guys, of course, hour and a half after Truth Wave. All right. Thank you, Henny, biggest fan. More intuitive me, is that a flat screwdriver? Yeah. So tomorrow, guys, tomorrow, Monday. So whatever you guys do this weekend, of course, have an amazing weekend. Remember, you are creating that weekend. So grounded in your intuitive self, grounded in love, grounded your weekend in your higher self, and of course, see yourself in your higher intuition there. And remember, gratitude. Practice that gratitude. If you start writing this gratitude list on the daily, I know Saturday and Sunday there. If you write those gratitude lists out and practice that fast gratitude, it's amazing what can happen in your universe. Even if things aren't working exactly as you want, if you haven't set up my show yet, no worries, Josh. I will happy hour booster vibe is good with me. All right, so we're going to do a happy hour with Care Bear and we'll see her probably most likely in Chloe's chat then. And yeah, and then we will have Care Bear live today as well. And Hershey will be live at 5. We're 3 o'clock my time. And yeah, so and if you didn't catch Teresa yesterday, which I did not, you can watch Wounds to Wisdom. And of course, subscribe to tons of channels here. You can subscribe to, I think, Grace does stuff. The More Intuitive Me, Robert V. Please subscribe to him. Care Bear, subscribe. Blindly Inspired, you can subscribe to. I think Cricket has stuff. Gen X Effect, subscribe to him. And we could just keep going here. It blows my mind. Millie, of course, subscribe to her as well. And just keep on going, guys. This is amazing. Don't forget Laura on Tuesdays as well. And yeah. All right, so let's close this out with a group hug, as we always do here. And so energy, just like with the smoky quartz here, goes through the internet. And so we're going to do a group hug as well. And you can feel this love here in just a second. So put your left arm up to the person to your left. The More Intuitive, here we go. Flat Stanley is an American children's book series written by author Jeff Brown. The ideas for the book began as a bedtime story for Brown's sons. So yeah, and so then somebody will mail you the Flat Stanley, and then poof, you take pictures of it and mail it to the next, yourself with it, and then mail it to the next. So yeah, Chloe's channel. There we go, guys. Thank you, F Kitty. All right, so here we go. Let's close this out. Left arm up, right arm up. So you take your left arm, place it on the shoulder to your person to your left. Take your right arm, place it to the shoulder to your person to your right. As we send energy out of our left hand, we're going to spin it around. It's going to come around through your right hand, cut through your heart chakra, and cut back around, and keep spinning around as we create a big tornado of energy. And we send that energy as we spin it up, and we can feel it whipping through our heart chakra. We send it up and connect it to the greater source field. Chink. And we keep that energy going as we see everybody on this planet in peace and love. And we see every one of us in peace and love. And we see each and every one with 4 walls. There's no reason why anybody on this planet should not have 4 decent walls. Everybody it should be a human right to have 4 decent walls. We have enough building material, space, and whatnot to give everybody a 2-bedroom home with an acre of land and place them in the state of Texas. They don't have a population problem. We have a population density problem in big cities, but each and everyone in those houses should also have the right to fresh fruits and vegetables. It does appear that 50% of our fresh fruits and vegetables on this planet end up not at market, end up getting thrown away, rotting away in the fields or whatnot, which is a shame. If we were more economical with that, there's no reason why anybody should not have fresh fruits and vegetables in their home, as well as fresh water. There's no reason why anybody should be carting water from a river, a lake, a stream, or what have you to their house, boiling it, and then having to wait till it's unboiled and unhot to drink it hours later, when there's inventions like a box you can put on your desk or your table, and as long as there's 10% or more humidity, you can generate water. There's no reason why anybody shouldn't have a well or something to that effect in their universe. It should be a right just like food or housing on this planet. Nonetheless, we see each and everybody with love in their universe as well. There's no reason with the billions of vibrations we have on this planet that there shouldn't be somebody that should be available for you in your universe as well. And there shouldn't be somebody there should be somebody that you can reach out and hug in your universe. There should be no reason why anybody should wait years, months, or never get a hug on this planet. We see each and every one of us as well. We see the governments of the planet dismantling their militaries. We see them apologizing for the lying, grafting, grifting, stealing, deception, and otherwise of their citizens. And we see the governments dismantling those militaries, and the militaries crossing the lines that they would have otherwise shot somebody at, and apologizing for what being almost able to shoot somebody that they don't even physically know. We see the governments of the world instituting a "My name is" sticker, so that we can change the planet by just knowing what my name is and having to physically stop and talk to somebody and say, "Oh, your name is. Tell me about yourself," right? Wouldn't that change the world? And we see the governments, of course, apologizing for all those grifting and grafting, and having a dance competition. Whoever can break dance the best will end up being the world's, can shake their stick and run the world there, or whatever they want to do. And so the world's greatest breakdancer will, instead of fighting wars there, we see each and every one of us as well. We see Henny in her new place, wherever that's supposed to be, or in her old place if she stays where she's at. We see Rick going to the doctor and never coming back from the doctor, going back to the doctor because he's completely healed. He's no markers, so he doesn't have to go back. We see Karen Suki not having to go to her doctor up in Estes. We see Chloe with her website jamming and selling tons of crystals. We see Suzette with respite care for her mother, and of course driving off in her repaired car all the way out to wherever for 4 days of respite, and on and on. We see each and every one of you guys. We see Yolanda healed from her fall. We see Care Bear's new universe forming and amazing, and Care Bear stable and amazing in her new universe as she's making shifts in hers. And everybody who's got something going on, we see it all. Everything is resolved. Nothing. Everything is in favor. We see each and every one of us in love, in peace, and we see Mother Gaia with no X's in the sky, no plastics on her ground or in the air, and of course, no forever chemicals. We take our tornado that we've been spinning up and we release that tornado to the greater source field. So we release our love to the love of all. And we close this out with a hallelujah. So it is. There we go. All right, guys. Another good dawning as another week has bit the dust as we roll into year 2, and we keep on moving with the energetics here. We'll do little bits of channeling here and there as well, but generally you can get the same message from me. So as we move forward, we embrace change. This weekend, embrace your intuitive self. Put your hand on your heart, make a left or a right. Am I going, do I buy this? Do I not buy that? Your heart will tell you. Don't listen to here. Fast gratitude, guys. Practice that. Saturday and Sunday, I implore you. Good dawning, Linda. Wake up Saturday, write a fast gratitude list. Wake up Sunday. Of course, Linda, another channel that you can definitely subscribe to as well. If you have not, please do so. But fast gratitude, practice that. It's a way of life, right? So you wake up grateful. Keep everything you are grateful. There we go. All right, guys, stay awesome because you are. Remember, Chloe will be live directly after Truth Wave, and Care Bear will be live this afternoon as well. And 5 o'clock is Hershey. If you missed Wounds to Wisdom Teresa yesterday, check her out. And tonight is Truth Wave, of course, as well. Over the weekend, don't forget Lucky Stone will be live Saturday night, and and of course Krista is live at noon. All right, guys, blindly inspired. All right, guys, I love you all. Thank you for an amazing week. May your weekend be as amazing as each and every one of you. And of course, I will see you all in the next. Remember, everything you guys do or don't do helps to create your loving, living universe. If you're still in your dark night of the soul, your darkness, as you release the darkness to the light, to your higher self, your cells spread out, your body vibrates faster, you step into your highest self, and you step into your light body, creating your loving, living self and your universe, right? All right, guys, stay awesome because you are, and we'll see you all in the next. Thanks, guys.